The diabetes is naturally curable, and anything of incredibly neither strange it is to know this, when one knows the basic and consequent causes, that they have made possibly a very common and easy, big and incredible multitudinous war incident about being victim, in fact for the general ignorance even of the science, who they ignore as the common society. Without neither they still find the ideal solution for everything, classifying it as incurable and just controllable, because to begin they ignore the real whole organic operation as on the digestive and of the wonderful immune system, with which all alive being, be animal or human, has been naturally endowed in its perfect design, with an automatic and voluntary effectiveness for in fact to liberate him of all had and to have illness, and for whose not well understood effect of a now very deliberate self-organic immunologic cure from the most incipient original considerable feeble diffusions to having deceived their bent mind pushed them it also by for inertia to make a mistake with the wrong conceived medical cure way with the general production. That they ignore it is of a very dominant residual negative concentrated energetic quality, with that same effect of reinforcement relief that it deceived them, and even she has deceived together with the defenseless common society, who see not sign for the same thing without never to notice it, and although in a very well deliberate and involuntary way, however contributed to the worst incipient field evolution, as of those incausal consequences of this specific suffering, which is clear up to now it prevails, and so much continuous ignorance of its evident harmful effect, as also of the real immunologic function, acknowledged in this way and resource for still better to really be able to be treated in a definitive certain way forever, and without already for anything to already use that fraudulent and harmful residual negative medical production, declared as impotent to cure and already only to serve as palliative of the same worst produced thing. But for under that deceiving and however always satisfactory relief, to hide the worse later than the feeble evolution and destruction of more painful sensation, that neither well they know why, nor how to make it in a positive way, that it really cures that concentrated rooted feeble, because as always, to worsen the things for defenseless society, the mentioned sign return to wrong to conceive other also mistaken way, if not of cure, just rather of support relief and relative contention of the worse and sooner feeble advance of the same painful mitigation, which what is the dialysis, which also mistaken stormy torture, that becomes forced permanent addiction difficult to sustain, as another attaché medical visit, that neither was useful nor necessary, but the true logically legitimate knowledge, considered with the most natural common sense, that perfectly it explains and justifies the causes, evolution effects of resource and natural cure way that the science and society have intuitively lost or never known, and the one which for our lot, until more than enough it was conceived in a small work, that clearly, although it had been impossible in a better way to publish, by even affect fatally to the enormous world interest of the deceiving and fraudulent medicine, still fatally used, it is already openly willing in paper format in this editorial, or where it can be request of the same author, until in a possibly gratuitous way, if resources are not had. Unless for its negative aims, people prefer to continue being as fetus victim of the disease, already also addicted to the pain and suffering, being wanted to force to cure with what cannot be more than negatively counteractive.